Hey guys, and welcome to our first video in the element of space. We're gonna keep this video pretty simple. We're just gonna cover the three categories of space and give some examples of each. Space is a bit more elusive than just your average shape or form. And just to be clear, we're not talking about outer space. This is the element of space. All right, let's get right into it. So the element of space is broken down into three categories. First, you have 3D space, then negative space, and finally, white space. 3D space is when we're using lines to create the illusion of depth. So we do that by using 1, 2, or 3-point perspective. Now, if you remember from the element of form, the difference between a shape and a form is that illusion of depth. So we're actually using the element of space to create the element of form when we're drawing in perspective. We're actually going to cover how to draw in perspective in the next video. Negative space is a bit more elusive. The best way to think about it is in terms of adding and subtracting. So consider this, when we create a shape for the first time, we're actually creating two shapes. We're adding one shape and then we are subtracting from the original shape. So if you take the rectangle of your screen, for example, if we add a black shape on top of that white screen, we're taking a rectangle and we're cutting a black shape out of it, and we're now creating a white shape and a black shape. White space, however, is really simply just the white outline around something. Now, in terms of white space, the best example I can give you, I think, is just me sitting here, because in the frame right now, there's a bunch of white space around my head, and that's to create a sense of space, a sense of emphasis on me, the speaker. It can provide a lot of different functions in our design. White space can provide a sense of visual balance or contrast. It can create disorder. We can use it to create scale. There's all sorts of different things we can do with white space. And it particularly comes in handy when we're talking about graphic design or web design, photography. Anything visual is gonna use white space in some way, so it's important that we know what we're talking about. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video when we're gonna talk about drawing in perspective.